Jason, it seems like to you, marketing a film is exciting. I see a spark in your eyes when you talk about it. For many people that are filmmakers, artists, whatever, I think their ears probably shut off when they hear the word marketing. Probably as exciting as getting a telemarketing job or working in something related to that. What can someone do to make it interesting if they have to do it themselves? Let's say they don't have the money for a publicist, whatever. And what's a little cheat sheet? In this day and age, 2013, what can they do to market their film on their own, no money, just their own time, sweat equity behind the computer?
I mean, I would say, you know, if you're at the stage where you're making a movie and you don't have any money for marketing, see, this is a little bit tough for me to answer, because I would say at that point it's time to do a crowdfunding campaign. The reason I bring up a crowdfunding campaign is because it's gonna teach you to be a marketer. It's going to teach you to go out and do all the things that you mentioned that kind of make people shut down, which is, in a sense, you're telemarketing. You're calling your friends saying, like, look, I'm doing this crowdfunding campaign. I got to raise X number of dollars so I can create this advertising, you know, execute on this advertising strategy, or whatever. You know, I have to raise a marketing budget. Even if it's a few $1,000s, I need something to kind of grease the gears, you know. So I would say if you don't have any money, that maybe it's time to think about a crowdfunding campaign. It'll teach you to be entrepreneurial. It'll teach you to do some of the things that you find to be a little bit uncomfortable. But the flip side of it is it'll teach you whether or not your movie has a really strong concept. It'll teach you whether or not your movie promotes word of mouth. There's been several crowdfunding campaigns, and I'm sure everybody watching this that can reference, where they were like, that's really cool, I have to fund that. You don't know the filmmaker, you didn't know anything about the story, but yet you heard about this thing and you thought, that looks interesting, I got to do that. When you have that feeling about a project, that means something in that project strikes a chord with you. Either the pitch is really good, or the actual content in the movie, or the emotional draw, it's there and it's driving you, it's pulling you in. So crowdfunding allows you to test your film before you dive in both feet first, or jump in both feet first. If you don't do a crowdfunding campaign and you find yourself like I have on some of my early movies, where you're out there and you're like, oh man, I created this movie and I have nowhere to go with it, then it's just take a look at what the movie's about. Cut a trailer that appeals to a certain target demographic and try to get all of your messaging consistent. They talk a lot about branding. That's probably another one of those terms that makes people shut down. But in short, branding is the idea of matching your belt with your shoes. There should be some consistency in all of your marketing. There should be a general tone to everything that you produce around your movie. Your poster, in some ways, should feel like the cousin to your trailer. And your trailer should feel, in some ways, the cousin to your website. And your website should feel, in some ways, the cousin to your Twitter campaign and your Facebook page for your movie. Those are some of the very easy things. And I will say, you know, one of the things we're developing at Chill is a turnkey solution for all of this. It's called Insider Access. And what it allows you to do is create a narrative around the making of your movie. So each piece of content that you create, like, oh, I'm thinking about casting this actor today, I wonder which one I should pick. You can be talking to your audience. You can be growing that audience within Insider Access, collecting email addresses, having shares set up that if somebody comes in there and they like the content, they share it out, somebody else sees it, they come back, they now opt in, they become part of your fan base, and you continually engage them from start to finish. I know that was a long-winded answer, so just to kind of recap, do a crowdfunding campaign, and at the same time, if you're looking for a tool set, reach out to me over at Chill and ask me about Insider Access.
How do they contact you?
They can contact me, jason@chill.com.
Oh, great. Okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
So.